I do want to do something, and there is a reason behind it, okay, because we are going to have to, a couple of people are gone, we're heading towards 5 o'clock already. I go out and I ask people questions, okay, and I had the men, the women, the youth. Women show up, I haven't asked half the questions, we're obviously going to have to do this again, but they come and they show us the questions, they ask the questions, they are there, they're involved. One of my questions that was going to be, was for men, but it was also youth, okay? So it was going to be my question about men's health, right? And the question was going to be to all of you, is not one man came forward with a question. Not one man was concerned enough or involved enough in their health. Does that, as medical practitioners, does that scare you?
Happy to go first. Yes. So I've just mentioned that women tend to present late for problems such as menopause. You've mentioned it can take 7 years before you start to think of the concept of endometriosis. Men tend to bury their head in the sand and just push on and ignore it until it hits a wall. And then usually actually a woman in their life says, come and get this sorted, because they get worried about them. And they tend to come to the GP because somebody has pushed them to go. One of the biggest killers in men, other than alcohol, drugs and suicide, is cardiovascular disease. So heart disease, brain disease, because your arteries are furred up. And that usually tends to occur in men as they get past the age of late 40s, so early 50s. That might start to kick in a little bit as a bit of shortness of breath when you're walking, a little bit of tightness in the chest when you're walking. Men won't present at that point. Men present at the point where they've got this crushing central chest pain that's quite clearly a heart attack, and they have it at home and their wife is scared and says, you've got to see somebody about that. Or they drop dead at the gym. They go on the treadmill, they go for a run because they think they're unfit because of this shortness of breath, and actually it was their heart screaming. They push it when they're on the treadmill and they drop dead. So men have it in them, or they're educated into them, that you're okay, keep going. Now, I've just spent ages talking about how society is not designed for women. We haven't done research on women. We've done all the research on men. But what we haven't done with men is to empower them to reach out for help. Young men are taught, push on, you'll be fine. Be a man, man up. We've all heard those phrases. And sadly, that results in early death for men because of late presentations for diseases.
And all of these things, if caught early, are preventative.
We've spent a long time now talking about neighbourhoods and the move to preventative health. Preventative health will have to be a change in a mindset of a generation of men of, I need to look after myself. That's a whole different challenge.
So at this moment, if I put it out there, okay, on social media and what have you, to all the loved ones of the men out there and to the men out there, what one piece of advice do you want them to hear that's going to change it? And to their loved ones, not just to them.
Yes. It's hard to narrow it down to one piece of advice. The main thing that is going to kill men in their 40s and 50s is cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease started 10, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It didn't happen when you were 50. It happened the first time you picked up a cigarette. It happened when you started to eat more burgers and went to the gym less and stopped thinking about your body and your waist size. So I don't want loved ones and men to turn up at 50 when you're already in trouble. I want you to start being conscious about your own needs in your youth. Yes, as a man, we're told to look after the family, work hard, play hard, but you have to look after yourself hard too. So I'm going to give the piece of advice I was given when I was a training junior doctor. When you're a junior doctor and you're wandering around the wards, you've got a list of patients, you've got all their names and you've got the conditions next to the side, and it just grows throughout the shift. I need to go see this one, I need to go see this one. And I was taught as a junior doctor, put your name at the bottom of the list so you don't forget yourself. Now I've changed that over the years to put your name in between every single patient, because you have to recalibrate yourself and check yourself, because that list will continue to grow and you will never get to the end. So if I'm on the end, I'm never going to check up on myself. It needs to be routine that I need to be in good health to look after the people around me. So men, If you want to look after your families, you have to look after yourself, otherwise you cannot look after your families. Please put your name in between every single stage of what you do.
Anything to add to that?
Nope. Very eloquently put.
Very beautifully put, yeah.